Good morning, network. I'm so excited to bring back two of my friends. You see their names above, you see their profile in the comment section. Please connect and please follow them. To my left is Robert, who I call Bob, and below is Dr. Irene, and I have had them both on the show. They're here today to tell you about something that they're very excited about. This is we're very clear on this message, okay? Please stop pushing people on this platform. Please stop pushing them to show up on your schedule. Everybody has their own schedule. Just appreciate that they showed up. Please stop pushing people and telling them, you need to do this, you need to do that. You're going to close like a lot of doors. So be careful about that. When someone writes a post and says that they're taking some time off to take care of themselves, support that and say, have a good time, enjoy your life. No one should ever have to apologize for us living our lives and taking care of ourselves. And I've explained to you that the mental health community on this platform is huge. Please get out there and support them. So the person who wrote me, I should be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not the way it should be. Good morning, Bob. How are you?
Good. How are you? Yeah, and you know what? That's a great point to make. It's the reason why I took off. I took off about a month recently from LinkedIn, and
Proud of you.
thank you. Yeah, and the reason I did it because I was getting burned out and stressed out. And it was impacting my health. And the reason why I support Dr. Irene so much is because of her trainings that I've taken. I was in a boot camp that have helped me immeasurably. And I'm here to tell everybody that it's well worth it. And she's got a 5-day boot camp coming up very shortly that I wanted to, I wanted her to be able to shout out about that. So I'm going to turn it over to her and then we can go back and ask more questions.
And I just want to add this for me and Bob. Bob and I are only sharing our stories. This is our medical disclosure. Please seek medical advice from doctors.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Up to you, Dr. Irene. Tell us
Hi,
about
Dr. Irene. How are you?
Thank you. And I'm so proud of you, Bob, for taking the time off.
Oh my.
Because even with all the techniques and tools that I use and teach, really, truly, it's like you still need to understand and set those healthy boundaries for yourself. So I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So yes, I have a 5-day shift into success mode challenge coming up February 21st to 25th. And the reason why I created that is for this very reason, to help train people with the fastest, easiest, most powerful tools out there possible to shift out of what I call survival mode, which is stress, into success mode. Because if you are, as Bob said, thank you for being such a great guinea pig and role model as I talk about this, Bob, is that if you are feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling out of control, powerless, like life is being done to you, then you are not in success mode and you are not on your success journey. You're stuck in survival mode. And so I created this 5-day challenge to help participants learn, I call it awakening awareness, around what is your life like currently? And what are the challenging points around it? In other words, what are those pain points? What's keeping you awake at night? What is stopping you from having the success you want and desire and deserve in all areas of your life? And I'm very clear about that. You cannot have success in your career and wealth without true success in your health and energy, your relationships, and your personal life. So again, using Bob as an example, my goodness, Bob, you're a C-suite, you're like a go-getter, you're that quintessential purpose-driven high achiever that like Rachel and myself, it's like we feel very strongly about what we're doing and who we're helping. So we feel the need to give and give and give, and that can set us up for failure and burnout as well. And so it's looking at, that's not true success. You may be at the top of your game career-wise, but when it comes to your health and energy, if that plummets, if that goes down the crapper, then you have nothing, right?
Mhm.
So that is the whole point of this, is helping people understand this is where I am. It's kind of like I always say, if you want to clean the house and you have a carpet there, you got to lift the edge of the carpet and see what dirt's under the carpet so you can clean it, because otherwise, anything could be living under there and you wouldn't know, right? It's not to spend hours, lifting up the carpet going, oh my Lord, look at all that dirt, right? No, you open it, you clean it, put it down, you're done, right? And so it's that awareness, and then determining, okay, what are my success blocks? And then what is needed to release those? And then what does my success blueprint look like? In other words, what do I want? What does successful career and wealth look like for me? Sure. What does a successful health and energy look like? What does a successful relationship look like for me? Romantic, or my family, or my best friends, or my coworkers, right? What does a successful life, personal life look like? I'm in Crete right now, right? So that is obviously one of my visions for my personal life, that I can live and work anywhere in the world and still help as many people as possible, right? So that's what this 5-day challenge is all about. And I'm really looking forward to helping as many people as possible on this platform, because I know most of the people that I've met on this platform are purpose-driven high achievers that are on that slippery slope to burnout, because they're just giving until they're bled dry. And it's time to change that story. And
That's
it's time to
amazing.
help them shift from stress to success.
Yes, and let me add,
It
I'm
really
sorry, Bob.
works, guys.
Yeah, let me add this. You want to be remembered right now on this platform? You want to stand out right now on this platform? Please stop adding more stress to people's lives. People are stressed out enough. I promise you that. So remember that. Just make people's lives easier. You're going to stand up. I promise you, people are going to see that. You don't need to add more stress to people's lives. It's not necessary. So if you want a tip, that's it right there. Make people's lives easier and watch what happens.
Mm. And that's so important, right? One of the things that I teach people is that, we always want others to change to make us feel better. Well, I would be happy if only you did this. I would feel better if you only did that, or you stopped doing that. The reality is that's a recipe for disaster and disappointment. You are only responsible for your own happiness.
That's
Everybody
right.
else is only responsible for their happiness. So quit depending on everybody else to make you happy, because it's not going to work out that way. Doesn't mean that you won't want to do things for others. It just means that you are responsible for your life, your happiness, and you are in control of your life, not anyone else's. So
I take responsibility for my own happiness. I don't put it in anybody else's hands. I do what's necessary to hold on to it. So I love that you just said that.
Yeah,
So Bob,
I've really learned that from you guys through our relationships, because I've always been of the type where, I'm a people pleaser, right? And if people came up to me and said, you're making me feel this way, or what you're doing now is making me feel this way, I would always accept responsibility for it. And despite what I was feeling, try and change that. And you both helped me learn that that's not necessarily true. Happiness is a choice, right? Being at peace is a choice. Now it takes practice, right? And some of the exercises that I've learned